Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever, in whatever part of the world you are. My name is GhostSenpai, and as always, it's a big pleasure to be part of RGL marathons. In this case, it has been a long time since I have been featuring an event on dead hours. Right now, for me, it's 4:55 a.m. I just slept like 3 hours. I was not expecting to work yesterday, so this was a nice combination for me. Well, an interesting combination of elements from me, but we are here to support a good cause and also remember that we need to feed the kids here at Feed the Kids Marathon. And what a good way to do this while playing a video game based on a TV show. Or, well, Tom and Jerry hasn't started as a TV show, but you will get the point about what am I trying to say. And also, since these are the hours for me, this is really early in the morning for me, I consider that it's a good combination to have my lights off, but memes anyways. So, this is the Manjari House Trap, game released for the PlayStation on the thing happening with me since I began playing this game since a few days ago, just as a practice for the marathon. So for marathon safeness, what I'm gonna be doing is that once I complete the stage, I'm gonna be saving the game. That's gonna make me lose like 4 to 5 seconds per save. But unfortunately, this game is not really well optimized. This got a 1 out of 10 of rating on a lot of with a lot of gaming magazines and that kind of stuff back in the day when this game was released. So in console, sometimes this game can crash when you play on a PS2 with fastest speed mode. But I got some crashes when I was practicing this emulator. That's something that has never happened before. So I'm gonna be having a good amount of time to talk about this. I have made a pretty long introduction, more longer than I used to like or do with this kind of things. So let's start right now with the real thing here. With this game. The time is going to start once I load the first stage of the game, which is two, one, go. Okay, this is basically a trap 'em up game. If you have played any game like and some games like this, like Spy versus Spy, you will get the idea about how this game is gonna be played or what do you need to do. Basically, here in this game, player one always takes control of Jerry. So what do we need to do? Okay, this is not a pattern I'm used to with Tom. That was weird, but anyways, I okay, I don't know. When I was trying to put the mouse trap, simply the game decided to say no. But what means happen. So basically, in this game, what do you need to do is that you need to defeat the other player as soon as possible. In this case, since we play as Yeri, we need to try to defeat Tom as quick as we can. But unfortunately, I haven't followed the pattern I used to do with this, so this may take a little longer. But that's why I also have a 3 minutes estimate, so that's not like a problem for me. So there are two different ways to. Well, there are two different ways to make damage to any other character. You can use different traps that are available in different rooms of the house, and also what you can do is that you can get some elements to hit the other player. So with this element, we have two kind of objects. We have some stuff that we can use to make a triple hit, like grabbing that umbrella that Tom had or something like that. And also we have some objects that we can throw, and that's gonna make just a single hit. Usually those objects that you can throw against the other player are the ones that makes more damage. And the 3-hit objects are the ones that you keep in your hands until you make 3 hits. And different items on the house that can make more damage compared with another one, so you need to make a good mix of them. So what I try to do is that I try to set up as much traps as possible while I try to get some items to make damage to Tom. And also sometimes Tom can set up some traps, so I need to be really careful when I'm close to those trap sections. Because, well, if I sneak close to them, or if I press R1 or walk pretty slow, I can see if there's any of these activated. If it's not, I will try to activate them. Okay. So the combinations that I used to do is that I like to get an element like the mouse trap that I can set up in some places, and after that, if Tom falls over them, I'm gonna use a an item that I can throw to make another combination of hits. I believe this is not an easy task, but it's fun to watch. Okay, that was a really good combo. I was not expecting to do something like that. And also, depending on the stage, different rooms of the house are gonna be open. But a big problem that this game has is that it's sometimes kinda tricky or complicated to hit another player. Mostly since, well, again, this game was not so. He didn't got a good development. This was one of those cheap budget games, and etc. So probably once I reach the 5th stage, if I see that the game keeps going, keeps running well, I'm not gonna be saving the game again. Oh god, sorry, I get confused. I was not trying to do that. But well, again, since I mentioned before, when I began running this game a few years ago and tried to do some stuff on console along with a friend who also ran the game, we noticed that the game can crash on console randomly. That's something that never happened to me in my childhood. I played this game for the first time, I think, in 2003 or so. But since again, as I mentioned before, when I began playing this game on an emulator again, just for this marathon, I also got those crashes. So the last thing I want to have is a crash, because that crashes are really weird, because you get into an infinite loading screen that is never gonna stop. But if I see that the game keeps running well, I'm not gonna keep saving after each stage, just to be safe, due to this game nature. So having all those elements in mind about the way that you can make hold on, okay. So having in mind all the ways that you have to make damage to the other player, you need to find the quickest way to obviously defeat your opponent, and with that keep going in the game. Also, depending on the traps on the house, you can make damage to the other player or just get them distracted. Some examples of this are the glue that made the Tom receive the last hit. Those kind of elements, also the fridge or the oven on later stages, because the oven is not activated yet as a trap. Those ones make damage to the player who falls into that trap. And there are other traps like the TV or the radio that just distracts the character and that's a good opportunity that you have in order to make them damage, as you can see. So the category of the game is beat the game, because there's nothing like an any percent or 100% of this game. There are just 15 stages, and that's everything. One of the reasons why this game was pretty criticized and received low scores was due to that. The game is really repetitive. There's not so much interesting stuff to do. Another bad thing about the game is that, as you have seen on these stages, the hitbox detection, it's really weird with this game. Sometimes you can hit your character, sometimes not. As you have seen, I was on the correct spot in order to throw that book against Tom and make him damage, but the game simply decided to say, no thanks, keep trying. But I don't know exactly how, but Tom always, when he tries to throw something against me, he will be able to hit me directly. I don't know how that happens, but it happens. Again, an interesting way to develop a game, I guess. Okay, I thought that I was not gonna hit Tom with the book because I was not on the correct angle, but at the same time, I ended up being surprised that it worked again. You never know what is gonna be happening with this game. And now, as you have seen, what you need to do is that you need to defeat the other player to progress into the game. But now things are gonna be different up to this point, or well, not at all. This is gonna be the last save that I'm gonna be doing because I see that the game is running without problems. So after this, I'm gonna be saving just each 5th stage, and that's everything. So after 4 regular / normal stages, or whatever you wanna consider this, like just this kind of stages where you just defeat the other player, we have this kind of mission stages where the objective to complete the stage is going to be different. Now we are on Garden of Eden. This is probably my favorite stage in all the game, because we can remember the little quackers. This, if you have seen the Tom and Jerry animation series, you'll remember quackers. This little dog that is featured in some Tom and Jerry episodes. So if you're Jerry, you need to take him to the small lake that is outside in the garden, and if you're Tom, you need to take him to the oven. So, okay, the spawn on this time was not something good, because the spawn of quackers will depend about where the stump is once I put quackers in the garden. So I think that Tom's gonna catch quackers. It's gonna be in the next room. And also sometimes Tom pattern is really weird. I don't know why he simply decided to don't go to the library room, because quackers was gonna spawn there. But outside of that, it was a pretty solid stage. So in these mission stages, this is like a best of 5, so best of 3, sorry. So the first character that reach its objective at 3 times, that's gonna be the character who's gonna win. So this is gonna be the last save that I'm gonna be doing, and then I'm gonna keep going normally. And also, if you're a fan of Scramble, you definitely will love the name of these stages, because in the name of the stages, there are a lot of different catchphrases, or somebody simply was playing with the names of the stages, because in that way, what you can do or what you can get is that the name of the stage is gonna give you a small hint about the rooms that are gonna be opened. And again, nice nice game development stuff. I walked really close to the radio, and it seemed that it was not activated, but guess what? It was activated, so nice meme, I guess. So depending on the stage, the available rooms are gonna be different, and also some elements may appear or disappear. In this case, now the oven is activated as a trap, so I may set it up once I reach the kitchen. I don't like to use so much the oven because it has the big disadvantage that well, any character that falls there is gonna get burned, but you're not gonna be able to make them some damage after some time has passed and the character respawned. And also, another bad thing about the throwable items. Okay, this is not good. This is not good. Another bad thing about the throwable items is simply that okay, Tom killed himself. That's something good. Another bad thing about the throwable items, as you have seen, is that it takes some time for any character to throw them. So that's a good window for the other player to try to butt the projectile or make another hit to the character. So unfortunately that was my situation with the bowling ball, but memes, I guess. The bowling ball is one of the most effective throwable items because it makes more damage, but at the same time you need to try to get a different combination of elements in order to do all of this. So for this first 9 stages, I'm gonna be activating the TV and doing the same thing every time, just to make some additional damage to Tom, because that's one of the best combos you can get. And also, if you are really lucky, you can make 3 hits in a row, and the game is gonna give you an additional visual effect, like a kind of cheering or celebration that telling you that you were able to deal with how crap this game is. Also, the frying pan is another good item. It makes a good amount of damage, but something tells me that I knew it, that Tom was gonna make him damage with the trap he set up with that item, but memes, I guess. Well, and now we're gonna go in against Pumping Iron, another the 8th stage of the game, and also with night falls now the top of the house is open, but the best thing you can do on this stage is just to keep Tom in the living room, just having him on the first floor, because the second floor, well, on the top floor of the house, there are not so much elements you can use to damage the other player, to make damage to the other player. Plus, at the same time, there are tiny rooms with a lot of stuff that makes a bit complicated your movement. So the best thing you can do is to try to keep Tom here, and the best way you can do this is simply just the best way you can do this is just simply don't go upstairs. Otherwise, there's a good chance that Tom is gonna do that and make him going down again. It's like something that's not gonna be. It's gonna be something that's gonna make you lose some time. And outside of that, I think I have mentioned all the main stuff that I need to mention on the game. Right now we're gonna be just having another repetitive stages with nothing interesting. Okay, this was a really good combo. It's really weird that Tom falls on the TV and the radio like that. And I haven't activated the oven yet, but again, the oven probably is the less effective trap that you can get, because like on the animation series, when a character gets burned, it's gonna turn into ashes, and the bad part of that is that when any character falls into the oven, it's gonna get burned and then it's gonna turn into ashes. But when the character was turned into ashes, you cannot make him damage. So you need to have a good timing there if you want to throw an item against the player. So right now, the mousetrap has disappeared, which means that I'm not gonna be able to keep doing the same combo because with the marbles is not the same effect for some reason. I wanted to get the frying pan, bastard. That's my favorite item, but I guess that I need to wait. Okay, that's what I was mentioning about the ashes. So, and yeah, sometimes characters can mess up trying to throw items against each other because amazing game nature. I was so close, and I fell on the tackles anyways. And well, unfortunately, Tom is going upstairs. This is not something good. Okay. If I keep him in the bedroom, that's gonna be the best because the bedroom is the one of the best rooms you can have here upstairs because there are not so much elements. So please, I need to be careful. Okay, there we go. Thank you. This is what I needed. Otherwise, I was gonna lose. If in case that I lose a stage, I need to repeat it. Otherwise, I cannot unlock the next one. And well, Cheapskate, stage number 9. Now, our man Spike. Now, the good Spike is gonna be introduced in the game on the stage number 10. And like with Quackers, it is another mission stage. So, Spike is gonna be sleeping on the living room. And there are gonna be some musical instruments around the house that you need to grab. And if you are Tom, you need to throw them to the garbage can that is on the kitchen. But if you are Jerry, what do you need to do is that you need to play those instruments in order to wake up Spike. Okay, I got the first instrument. That is the trumpet. Unfortunately, playing an instrument is gonna take a while. So I'm gonna try to manipulate Tom's position while I move to another rooms. Because if he keeps in the living room, he's gonna go straight to where I'm gonna be, and it's gonna quit me the musical instrument. Usually, all of these instruments spawns on the. Okay, I was really lucky to have it here in this room. Most of the time, the instruments spawns on the first, on upstairs room, so that's something that doesn't worry me a lot. And it's really interesting that there's a TV and a radio, and if they sound, Spike keeps sleeping. Okay, I'm really glad that I got I was pretty lucky with. Oh my god, no, it's gonna kill me. Yeah, I knew it. So on these mission stages, if you make a hit, okay, he's gonna throw it to the garbage can. This was really bad, but memes, I guess. So on these mission stages, if another character has the element that you need here, in order to quit them that item, what you need to do is that you need to make a hit, but without using a throwable item. You need to use the item that you need to use 3 times in a row. Sorry if I forgot the words. English is not my main language. I'm really sleepy right now, so I forgot how I used to explain those items that you can use in order to hit 3 times in a row any character. Okay, this is gonna be probably definitely this is gonna be the last save that we're gonna be seeing in the run, mostly just to be safe, because I have got some runs that the game has crashed on Mechanic Cat, which is the stage 14, and I thought for a moment that the game was gonna crash, so it was good while it lasted. And well, another 4 stages with different rooms open and activated. Not so many things to say or mention. And also the frying pan is not available anymore, so that's something sad for me. And the game simply doesn't let me hit Tom, so that's something really amazing, I guess. I'm gonna put this here because I don't want to deal with this. Okay. My bad. Okay, that was really interesting. And also, I can activate this stuff, but it's not like Tom is gonna come to this room anyways. And also, now up from this point, there are gonna be some mouse toys that I can activate, and Tom is gonna go and try to get them. So, but it's not ideal to activate them anyways. That's gonna make me lose some time. Because the good part is that Tom is gonna keep moving on the same spot spots when you activate those toys, but trying to reach any other sorry, what I was saying. I forgot entirely what I was talking about. Oh yeah, it's not so good when you activate the toy, anyways, because while Tom is gonna be following the same pattern. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. But anyways, it's gonna be following the same pattern. But again, you have seen how complicated sometimes it's just to hit another character even when you are close to them, because nice way to develop a game. And I simply prefer to don't activate them. That's something faster. It's better to just simply don't activate the toy. But if for any reason I accidentally activate any of those mouse toys, why don't you just need to simply move to a different room, and then Tom is gonna follow me. So that's like the only way that I can get rid of that. And once I get out of the room and get back to where the toy was, the toy is gonna be deactivated on the same spot. Almost 3 hits. Sometimes I have problems trying to remember which traps are activated, so you have noticed that and a lot of times I simply have fall in the same traps I have activated because I used to forget which things I have activated, so that's a nice muscular memory. Okay, I'm close to the fit zone. And also, I need to be careful also with some traps, because when they get activated by Tom and the animation keeps going, if I get close to some of them, there's a chance that I also receive damage, so I need to be careful with some of the traps that I activate on the house. Law and Order, probably this is my favorite worst name stage. Stage name on this game, so something really interesting. We're close to finish the run, and then I'm gonna be moving to probably a more interesting game. It has been a long time since I have run this game, even on a marathon. So again, thanks to the RGL staff for giving me the opportunity of showcasing this interesting game. As you can see, it's a pretty short game. I must say that casually talking, this is a game that you may take like an hour to beat if you're quick enough. But that will be probably a fixed statement once we reach the next stage, and you will understand why. Also, I suppose that now this bed is activated as a trap here on this room, but its hitbox is really weird because most of the time simply is not gonna make any damage. And also, I like that globe. I like that trap. What the heck? I didn't know that these were activated. Okay, I have nothing to use against them. Okay, that's what I was looking for. And there we go. Probably up to this point, everything has been really easy somehow, based on what have you been seeing. But the real problem in the game is the next stage. This is not the last stage. This is stage number 14. This game has 15 stages, but based on different people I have been talking. Okay, I was not gonna save, but anyways, I pressed the wrong button. Based on different people who I have asked them if they have played the game, and they told me that they played this game back in the day. And this is probably, well, not probably. This is the most hardest stage casual talking because we get instead of Tom, we're gonna be facing Mechanicat. I don't know if somebody remembers this episode. I don't know what activated the TV. It's not gonna take any effect. So Mechanicat is a mechanical cat that Tom's owner decided to buy because she considered that Tom was really old to catch mouses, so she simply decided to get a mechanical cat to replace him. I don't know the name of the character in English, so I used to forget it because, again, Spanish is my main language, so I used to watch the show as a kid in Spanish. Even nowadays, because, again, my main language. So Mechanical is really annoying because it can make 3 attacks really quick and keep you in the same spot. But I just have show you how is the I simply have shown you the easiest way to defeat Mechanica. This is probably something I would like to know when I was a kid, because I was never able to defeat Mechanicat. I think it took me like it took me like 6 months, and simply didn't get luck. Then a friend beat it. Was able to beat that cat, and then since I haven't saved the game, and we didn't knew that this was the last stage, Useless for Toothless. I was really annoyed that I was not gonna be able to play the last stage because I forgot I didn't save the game. I don't know why, but beams anyway. So the strat for Mechanicat is the same you have seen. There's a spot where Mechanicat is gonna keep moving with the mouse toy, so you can get an item there, and simply that's the way you're gonna defeat them. Now, Useless for Toothless, we have this quad cat Toothless that also that it's crushed Tom when Tom's crushes, and sometimes she will feature in some episodes. So the way, okay, please tell me that it's not. Oh my god, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get the perfume. He's gonna get it. I'm gonna try to quit him. Okay. I'm not gonna be able to reach that on time, so I'm just gonna go for another gift. So if you are Tom, you need to get the gift and give that to the white cat. If you are Jerry, you need to get those. Oh my god! Please tell me that it's not. Okay, where is? Oh my god! No, this is bad. This is bad, man. I can make it. I can make it. Okay, there we go. I'm stupid. I had all my items. Time. Alright, 3019. I will have finished under the estimate just in case that I haven't saved the game, but again, I needed to do that because I got a really random crash when I was practicing this in emulator. And it was something really weird because that's the first time that I have seen that the game crashes in emulator. I've been playing also this game for a lot of years in emulator because this is a really, besides of how the repetitive the game is, it's really nice to play it with against another person. It's a really good multiplayer game, and at least talking about my personal experience, I really hardly get bored about playing this game in a multiplayer mode. So, oh well. This was some enduring house trap again. A game that tried to somehow recreate the animation series experience. So if you try to ignore the fact that it's really repetitive, it's a really enjoyable game. Definitely not a high tier title, but you can enjoy the game. It's not really expensive, and also Japanese version of the game is almost the same, since they're mostly on English. So, and also it's really cheap, like the American version. But sometimes you cannot find the American version. Sometimes you can find the American version but not the Japanese, and sometimes you can find you can get a Japanese copy but not an American one. Memes anyways, but also you can download this and play it on emulator. It's a really fun game when you have somebody else to play against each other. And with this, we finish with my first run scheduled for the marathon. We're gonna go to a quick intermission while I set up my next game, which is gonna be Snow Bros. Sneak and Time Special, which is gonna be the first time that I'm gonna be. I think I have run Tom and Jerry House Trap before at RGL. I remember exactly, but the next game, Snow Bros. Sneak and Time Special, that's gonna be the first time I'm gonna be playing here. And I don't used to run a lot the game on Morton, so keep enjoying the band, and we're gonna be back in a bit with more speedrunning action here at Feed the Kids Marathon.